Page 26, theme from String Quartet, fourth movement by Haydn. A very quick little piece, a fun little piece. On the previous couple pages, they're covering the scales. We've had pieces in these key signatures on these scales. The E flat, 3 flats, A flat is 4 flats, A major is 3 sharps, and E major is 4 sharps is 3. And I've encouraged you to go to my scale videos and learn the scale on each of these, as well as the minor scale with the same key signature. So for E flat major, you want to do C minor, because it has 3 flats. For A flat major, you want to do F minor. A major, you want to do F sharp minor. And E major, do C sharp minor. You notice the minor key is just a minor third below, or 3/2 steps below the major. So it's like in E flat major, if I go down 3/2 steps, 1, 2, 3, that's the relative minor. So you know what it is, C minor. Each of these work that way. And for E major, I'm here, 3/2 steps down, 1, 2, 3, C sharp minor. And that's how you can work them too. But you can do the scales. I recommend you do the scale of the piece or pieces you're working on, and you do it first thing of the day. I practice multiple times a day, so in that case I would only do it the first time. I do it for each day, not every time I sit down and practice. I'll leave it up to you on how you work that out, but at least at the beginning, do the scales, get that out of the way, and then you can do the rest of your practicing. Now for the string quartet thing, 2/4 time, 1 sharp, we're in the key of G major. We'll do the scale on G major, and what's the, well, if I go 1, 2, 3, it's E minor. 1 sharp and E minor. And at the top of the page, they're talking about Cherub beams. I want to talk about that. That's kind of important. It throws people, but let's see. Right hand first, we got 8th notes all over the place. We're coming in on the end of 2, it's 2/4 time. Here, and we're sort of in this position. Sort of. And 1 and 2 and 1. See here it's more like a D scale. Here. And just 8th notes till you get to the 16th notes. 1 E and a 2. 1 and 2. Just crunch up, little finger. The second line, 3rd measure, C sharp, 3rd finger. That's awkward. I encourage you to do it though. We need practice with the awkward fingers. I'm just transferring weight from note to note. It's just here to here, transferring weight to here to here. And as I transfer weight, I just lower whichever finger I want to hold the weight. I can transfer weight very quickly. I can transfer weight faster than I can move the fingers. So going on here, there's 2 on the G sharp, A. So it's, and 3rd line, the last C is 5. Again, a 2 on the same finger, different notes. And then we have this weird looking thing here with the G's. And then reach up, and then this next line, it's here. I recommend, if you can, here. I'm rotating here. I'm not holding it still and trying to do the fingers. I'm rotating here. Transfer weight. It's actually a very little move, because you can see it better if I exaggerate it, so I do. It's whatever. And then for the 3rd major, 3rd again on the F sharp. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Lift up and come down. Lift up and come down. Just cross over. And then 1, 4, 1, 5. Connect the here. Connect that. And a 1, 2, 4. And here. Again, connect that if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. We use the pedal to help us. Here. Left hand. 5, 3, and then here. I'll do the staccatos later. We'll just play the notes right now. third measure, lift up and come down. And then again, lift up, fourth. And then you have the fourth finger. This will make more sense when we put the hands together. Just there's so forth. The last line here. Lift up. There's other fingers we can use. This is fine. We'll do that. 1, 5. Okay. Put the hands together. Get the idea? Let's go down to the third line. Second measure. Start there. This is what I want to talk about, and this is what they're talking about at the top of the page. You see, they could have put in eighth rests on each staff, because it's an eighth note, eighth note. Well, you can put in an eighth rest in the other staff, so it works out so both staves have 4 beats each. But a lot of times in music, they do what they did here, and that is they sort of combine the staves together into one staff. So they're treating it like it's only one staff, because you don't have to have 2. But they print the notes in each staff because it's easier to read. Otherwise, they got to use a lot of ledger lines. They don't want to do that. They do it this way. So it's just treated as one staff, and the eighth notes are going back and forth. It's like the fourth line down in the top staff. You have these. All those eighth notes are in one staff. Well, this is the same thing, except they split the notes between 2 staves. You read it as though it's one staff. And that's why we don't need the rests, because it's all covered. They beam them together like they're connected between the staves. And that's how it's played. You'll see it from time to time. Don't let it throw you. Just treat it as one staff going across. You're fine. Then we go back and add the articulation. Well, wrist staccato here. So. Lift up, and then connect. Connect these, but lift, we want a little silence there. This is the third line, last measure. Here, lift up, before you play that, we want silence between them. It's a new phrase. Lift up. Lift up. That's fine. Then the dynamics applies to the melody, which for the most part is in the right hand, whatever you think moderately loud is. Keep these in the background, out of the way. And then in the second line, you're going to crescendo up to loud. There's not a lot of difference between moderately loud and loud. You're just going up a little bit, and save most of the crescendo for the 16th notes. So don't crescendo too soon. Now we're loud in the right hand. And then all of a sudden we're soft. The left hand is very soft. Now you're very soft, and the left hand is super duper soft. Now we're going to crescendo up to moderately soft. Watch out. That's moderately soft. And we're going to keep crescendoing up to loud. That's loud. Left hand's in the back. Come down a little bit to moderately loud. Moderately soft. Loud. Very loud. You can do both hands there on the chords at the end. because there's no real melody. It's all one. It's a color. It's a harmonic coloring. It's chords. Then the speed. Well, con vivo means with speed. Not exactly, but the point is, it's very fast. And that's the feeling of it. But it has to be accurate. And these eighth notes, or the 16th note, how fast can you play those accurately? They got to be accurate. Then the last thing would be the pedal, and the only thing they're pedaling is the end, the chords. It's legato pedal for the last 4 measures. That's the only thing I recommend you pedal. Don't pedal anything else. Not even at the beginning of the last line. Don't pedal that. Just the last 4 measures. So I'm not going to show the pedal. It's just overlapping. You push the notes down and then the pedal, and you change it after you play each chord. And then at the end, the pedal and the hands come up together. Okay. If your con vivo is this, that's good enough. You have to take it your speed. But this is one of those pieces you can keep coming back to and working on as you progress further and gradually speed it up. Doesn't hurt to use a metronome to help speed it up too. A metronome, just make sure it's accurate before you speed it up. Don't push it, because all you do is you just make more and more mistakes. And then you practice the mistakes. And then the mistakes end up being part of your playing because you practiced them. So get rid of the mistakes. Make it accurate all the way through. I'd like to play this with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do any dynamics. I'll give us 1.5 counts. So 1 and 2 and. Then we come in on them. And let's just take it really super slow. Ready and go. And 2.